All right, so hopefully we're live. Let's open YouTube and listen to see that the audio quality. Oh my God, it's a terrible audio quality. But I guess it's okay. Not the best, but we will survive. All right. One, two, three, one, two, three. Yeah. Is it, am I using the proper microphone? Audio? Yeah, it says AirPods. All right. So. Yeah, sorry, I didn't bring my microphone on this trip, so my headset, I don't have my headset with me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. Okay, so today I'm going to try a new concept. I'm going to try and join open panel. So let me show you what I'm going to try and do. So share screen. So open panel on YouTube. So on YouTube, I ran a search for just the keywords open panel. Coley, how are you?
Great. How you doing, Slave?
I'm okay. What's up?
Not much. Where have you been? We missed you.
Oh, thank you. Just work and stuff. Nothing interesting.
Why were you gone
So
from your channel for so long?
just just life, just a lot of stuff. Just had to do a lot of work for a
Okay.
while.
Are you back now?
Yeah, and right now I'm actually traveling, so my mic, I don't have my normal mic, but I'm traveling
Sounds good.
for what?
Do
It sounds good?
it sounds pretty good. So,
Okay.
are you traveling for business or pleasure or what?
I cannot disclose any information about myself. I'm so sorry.
Oh, everybody's so secretive on
Yeah.
here. Like I disclose pretty
What?
much everything about myself.
I disclose everything pretty much about myself too,
Do you
but
miss
not that.
being you miss being on Alex playing with fire?
I don't care. That was Then, yeah, I don't care for that. I'm sorry.
It was getting toxic, wasn't it?
Of course, Alex decided to, attack me and make videos about me, so I had to
Mhm.
just abandon ship.
I agree.
This is,
And
when when your friends, like I considered him sort of my friend,
yeah.
sort of, and then he started attacking me.
Mhm.
I don't know why he did that. He like stepped up his attacks against me lately, and then it came
Why
to the
though? Why?
final. I I don't know. Maybe he decided that I'm taking too much attention, and the his crowd likes me too much. Because every time he was asked who's like every time he asked the crowd who the favorite guest is, it's always me, and I was
Mhm.
imposing and I was shadowing him.
Yep.
And he's supposed to be a funny guy. Don't forget this. As a youngster, he's supposed to always was the clown. And I think I'm also like very clownish,
Mhm.
but I do it maybe better in his eyes. So he doesn't like that. He's very competitive. He's on
Yep.
TRT, which makes him hyper competitive.
Oh, he's on TRT. That's right. He's on
Yeah,
TRT. Why would a
yeah.
guy 32, 33 have to be on TRT? Because once you
I
start
don't know.
TRT, you know what? It just goes to show you all these guys are low T. If you've got to take
Yeah,
testosterone replacement therapy at 32, you know what the problem is with that? He's stuck on that for life now, isn't he? If he ever
I
gets off
don't.
TRT, here's what happens, Slave, and everybody listening. Once you start taking TRT, if you're past 50 or 60 and you do it, doesn't matter if you're on it for life. Here's what happens. If you start taking the TRT at a young age, eventually it stops working too. And eventually it won't even have an effect on you after a while. So it's
Okay.
just, it's not good to be on TRT at too young of an age because you're going to be on it for life, guys. You're going to be on it for life. Can you elaborate on that, Slave?
I have no idea. I don't do any drugs, so I don't,
I smoke weed.
you know.
Now, what about his moderator, Greg Lurick? What do you know about Greg Lurick?
I don't know very much. Um, I think they're both Russian. Alex is
Yeah.
Russian
Mhm.
and Greg is Russian.
But Greg
Maybe
goes
they,
around thinking he's some Chad or Chad Light and he's God's gift to women. But if you look at the dude, you realize he's just a broke soy boy, 28 years old, living at home with mommy. So, can you elaborate on how a guy who's 28 years old, who drives Uber and lives with his mommy, thinks he's God's gift to women? Are we that delusional in today's world? Can you
well,
elaborate?
that's
Yo,
okay.
yo, Carrie, this is
Yo,
Greg
Greg,
what?
who?
Blurick.
No, it's not.
I wanted you to go off.
I could tell it's not.
I thought you would start like spurging or something.
It's Karen.
I tried. That was my Greg voice, Spicoli. I tried.
It's Karen. Karen's here, Mr. Slave. Say hi to
I
Karen.
know.
Hi,
Hello,
everybody. Hi, Mr. Slave. I talked to
hi,
Mr. Slave
Karen.
last night, and I'm so glad that you're trying this, Mr. Slave. The whole live open panel thing. That's cool.
I'm going to try, yeah. I'd like to try.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Karen,
no,
when are we going to get together for dinner?
anytime, any place, my
Ooh.
king, any place. Look,
Ooh, look at that, Mr.
I've always been fancy with you. And
Oh.
the guys give you a hard time. And at the end of the day, you and I are friends. We're
Yeah,
not, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Everybody attaches sexuality to every fucking thing, and it just drives me crazy. So,
exactly.
but
But if,
anyway,
but if I wanted to have sex with you, you would let me, wouldn't you?
oh my God, would you please? Come on.
Slave can film it. Slave can
Oh
film it.
Lord. I don't think Mr. Slave is not a sexual entity.
I am.
No, I'm sexual, but not on this channel. On this
I
channel,
know. Mr. Slave is like so like serious. I listened to your
yeah.
black hole debate recently.
The black hole.
Yeah.
Black
Mr.
hole
Slave is
debate?
very interested in black holes.
What's a black? Oh, black hole. Yeah, that didn't go well. I actually had a very good discussion with MJ about black holes,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to. What, that's the one you were listening to?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal discussion. Yeah, I need to continue this discussion with MJ.
Hmm.
Are we talking
Uh,
black holes in the universe or black holes between women's legs who are black?
No,
no,
we're not talking about what Hormaxer is chasing in Las Vegas. We're talking about the singularity and the event horizon.
The
but
horrendous.
by the way, black women between their legs are pink.
Boom! Mic drop.
Hey-o.
It's Spicoli. He said, "Hey, oh,
Slave.
Lord."
Karen's pink between her legs too.
Spicoli, have you ever done anything with a black woman?
Yes. I've
Well,
had
then you would know what Mr. Slave just said. It wasn't.
No, he wouldn't. It depends on what he did. You have to actually go with your eyes between. You didn't specify what he did with the black woman.
That's true. That's true.
First of
I mean,
all,
he could have played chess.
black women's
Exactly.
vaginas are like white women's vaginas. They come in all shapes, sizes, and color.
Wow.
I guess.
Karen, have you found the love of your life yet?
I'm not really searching for the love of my life because I'm preparing for my bottom surgery on October the 16th in a month and a
Are
half.
you kidding me? Congratulations, Karen. Are you
Yeah,
excited?
I'm very anxious about it because I hope I don't die.
You won't die. Now,
Like,
let me ask you a question. Does insurance pay for that or not?
technically yes, but really I'm paying for almost all of it. Like
Really?
the only thing they're paying for is some of the like after medical stuff, like staying in the hospital and stuff like that.
Okay, but isn't a surgery like that? I'm just guessing. I would imagine it's like 50 grand or something.
If you go to a reputable place, yeah.
Are you going to a reputable place?
Yeah, I'm going to above board location. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, now what about your now I've heard different things afterwards on the dilation process. Do you have to do that weekly or daily, or how does that work?
Well, I'm not sure, Mr. Slave. Do you want to engage in this dialogue, or do you want to do?
I was just going to say that one of my fantasies is to have my penis removed.
Ooh. Well, you're talking to somebody who's actually going to have their penis removed in about a
No,
month.
not actually. For me, it's just a fantasy. I mean, it's something I fantasize about.
Oh my God!
Now,
So
Karen, I have a question, Karen.
no, you
What
just
if-
asked me a question. Let me
Okay,
answer your
okay,
other question before you ask
okay,
me this question.
okay.
So basically, they'll have it'll. I get after the surgery, they pack it with all kinds of like bandages and stuff.
Mhm.
And after about a week, or 4 to 7 days, they remove the packaging, and then it sort of needs to heal for a couple of days, and then I do have to start dilating, and I have to dilate twice a day, every day for like a long time, and then it's
Now,
like once a day, and then it's like 3 times a week, and then eventually it'll be once or twice a week for the rest of my life.
okay, now can you just instead of using the instrument to dilate, can't you just use a big thick penis to dilate?
Yes.
Like if you have a
So
lover,
I'm gonna update my Tinder profile, and I'm gonna say it's medically necessary for me to find a big dick Chad. It's medically necessary in order for me to like not die.
now who's going to be the lucky guy that gets to break your virginity? Can it be me,
I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I'm hoping Ben Thorpe.
Ben Thorpe? No, if you have, let's say you have a pick between Ben Thorpe or Maxer or me, who would you pick?
Oh God. Well, let's see. Ben Thorpe is tall, but he doesn't shower but once every 2 months. So that's
And
out.
his penis might be too big for a neo vagina, don't you think?
Ben, no, my biggest problem with Ben is that he doesn't shower. So that's an
Okay.
issue. So
What's
no.
your biggest problem with me, and what's your biggest problem with Hormaxer?
Well, Hormaxer is gross. I can
Okay.
imagine oils and like ew. I don't
What
know.
about-
I don't know. Either you or Hormaxer.
Ooh, all right. Maybe we should film it. No, I mean maybe we should plan
Why
on
didn't
it.
you ask Mr. Slave? Because I would have totally chose Mr. Slave over all three of you.
Mr. Slave, do you
Why
want to take
me?
Mr. Slave, do you want to take your virginity away from her?
No, don't ask it
No,
such weird questions.
no. When it comes to forced homosexuality, I fantasize about being a bottom.
Ooh, well, she can put a strap on.
But
Oh
there
my!
has to be,
Now, Karen,
there
I have
has
another
to,
question. No matter how prepared you are for this, is there a remote possibility, like 1% or less or more, that you might regret having your penis removed after it's done? Are you anticipating that you
How
could?
can I project into the future and answer that question with any kind of accuracy whatsoever?
No, you can't. But in the back of your mind, are you thinking that there is a small percentage chance that you may regret it afterwards?
There is a small percentage that my nerves might be damaged during the surgery, and that my sensations will not be as good. But there's an equal amount of chance that it will actually be improved. It just depends on the surgeon and how successful the surgery is. So what the number one thing I'm worried about is dying. I don't want to die during the surgery, but I'm going to one of the best places in the world to do
Okay.
this. And
Has anybody ever died during this surgery?
I don't even want to know the answer to that, to be honest with you.
Probably yes. No, I mean, I wouldn't
But
worry about it.
I'm 141 pounds. I weighed myself today. I'm 141 pounds. I'm really fit. I run for like 30 to 40 miles a week. I don't have any preconditions. I'm not overweight. My heart's really strong. So I feel like I'm in a good place to survive a 6-hour surgery.
Wait, so
And
the name of the surgery is penectomy?
no, actually it's there's like 8 different surgeries that I'm having done. But
Ooh.
at the end of the day, it's a vaginoplasty surgery.
Yeah.
But they,
Oh, okay.
that there's like 8 different procedures that are done within that. So
Are they all done at the same time?
in one 6-hour surgery, yes, step by
Okay,
step.
now, do you get to pick what kind of vagina you get, like how big
I
your
don't
lips are, how big your
know.
clit is? Do you get to
No.
do that?
No, because they have to work with what they have.
Okay.
And
So basically, they take your penis and invert it into a vagina, right?
somewhat.
Okay, let me
Yeah.
ask you this. Have you been listening to a lot of YouTube videos on people who've had this done? Have you watched a lot of them?
Yeah.
And I've watched some too. And some people have said afterwards that there have been invariably your chances not of dying are small, but they make it sound like 60-70% of the people who have this done have some type of complications afterwards. What do you know about that? I'm just trying to get everything out on the board so you're not surprised by anything.
Sure, and I respect that. The biggest complication is infection.
Yes.
If the site area is not clean, especially since it's healing, I'm naturally not going to want to touch it because it's going to hurt, and so infection can happen. And fighting infection is important. Another problem is if I don't dilate often, especially in the first year, there could be shrinkage, literally. And that's where a lot of trans women complain is they're like, oh, it's not deep enough. Like the sex is not realistic. Guys can tell that it's fake. Well, that's because they didn't dilate or they did what's called a surface area vaginoplasty where it's just no depth is created. And the reason why some of them do that is because it's really cheap. Well, it's cheaper and also the,
no, but you can't put but you can't put a big penis in there then, right?
Yeah, there's no canal. So women do that because they don't have enough money to purchase the
real deal.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't know if this is like what Mr. Slave envisioned whenever he started his live.
He doesn't care. It's unique. You know what? We're excited for you. I'm excited for you because all I can say is better you go through this Karen than me. Better you than me. But I want to like
Spicoli, but yeah, I mean, I wanted to actually, I mean, it's nice to have a discussion, but I want our discussions to be like more like deeper, a little bit deeper, and this is like sort of technical. I don't know. Also,
no, but we're talking about it is deep. We're talking about getting a deep neo-vagina. That's deep, isn't it?
I understand what you're saying, but Mr. Slave is more about debates on his streams and more about like ideas, and especially if you go to his website. Have you ever checked out his website?
No, I never have. Karen, I have one more quick question though.
Okay.
Once you get the neo-vagina, obviously without the neo-vagina, you have to tell men that you're a trans woman because they're going to find out anyway. But once you get the neo-vagina, then do you think once you get the neo-vagina, is there any reason to tell men that you're trans or not to tell them you're trans and let them find out? And if they never find out, how does that work? I'm curious. Once you actually get the neo-vagina, do you feel like you still have to tell guys you're trans? How does it work?
So this will be the last thing that I answer, and then we'll move on to Mr. Slave, and we can interact more with what he wants. But So quick answer to that is obviously I still sound more male-ish. I do not sound naturally like a biological female. Even after that surgery, I plan on having a vocal cord feminization surgery, as well as I plan on having facial feminization on the bottom half of my face. I initially had facial feminization surgery in 2020 on the upper part of my face, like from the nose up.
Okay.
And that was $32,000. And then I'm going to do the bottom half after that. And
Now,
so
I thought
basically,
insurance-
wait. Let me answer your questions. At the end of the day, I don't, even with the vagina, I know that I don't fully pass, and I'm not going to risk my life by not telling guys. And if I reach that point where I don't tell guys, it'll be a very long time from now, like 5 years from now. Okay?
Did you hear that, Slave? It's going to be 5 years from now. All right.
And by then I'll be
Okay.
too old and none of you will like me anymore.
I
Now, one more
see.
quick question. What's
No,
the
you can't
oldest?
do that. You already said
Okay.
one more quick question.
All right. Change topic.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't want us to take over Mr. Slave's stream with my vagina or my lack thereof.
He doesn't
right.
care.
I mean, no. I mean, we can take. I mean, we can do a takeover of the stream, but it has to be a deep topic, like something meaningful, like scientific, like some revelation about the very nature of the fabric of the universe. That's what really
Well,
interests me.
we were talking about the very fabric of the vagina. Doesn't that count?
Let me express an opinion about the whole concept of sexuality and transgenderism.
Yes.
So it's really very interesting. So imagine, it's really fascinating. Imagine a parent uh, giving a little child hormone replacement therapy and turning a boy into a girl. Now, let's assume the boy was totally normal and never presented any signs of transgenderism or whatever sexuality. Let's say it's a 3-year-old little boy, so
Yeah.
the boy has no sexuality, and the parent, for no reason, the parent just thought, maybe it's better for the boy to be brought up as a girl. Let's turn the boy into a girl. So they started hormone replacement therapy. Now the boy is now becoming a girl, and let's assume, that the boy is going to actually become a girl. So would you say this is child abuse? I mean, the boy's going to live a happy life as a girl. The parent completely converted a boy into a girl, but the boy would have grown up to be a perfectly happy boy, but now it's going to grow up to be a perfectly happy girl. So would you consider this child abuse?
Yes.
Why? I mean,
Because that
the
boy did
person.
not have a choice in the matter, and that parent or the parents did not offer that child, regardless of their gender, the opportunity to
Wait,
make that decision prior to making their decision to give that
wait,
person.
wait. Hold on. So this is a very deep concept about the very fabric of the universe, the concept of choice. So, assuming what we call causality, meaning everything has a cause, so there cannot be a choice in this universe. We are just action, reaction, action, reaction. We're just pebbles rolling down the hill from the Big Bang, or even maybe previous to that. So there is no and cannot be choice. So no one has a choice. I mean, in that case, there's no definition for child abuse. So that's a problem. But okay, let's make it simpler. The boy didn't have a choice to be born a boy. So saying that the boy didn't have a choice to be converted into a girl, You know what? I'll make it even simpler. Let's say, no, I don't want, no, no, let's say the parent intended it to be child abuse. The parent is a psychopath and wants to hurt the child, but the child ends up being happy either way. So, so, the child is happy. The child is growing up to be happy. So, you're saying, Karen, you're saying that the boy doesn't have a choice. Well, the boy didn't have a choice being born a boy, so
No. I'm not saying the boy doesn't have a choice. I'm saying that the parents were unfair in not allowing that child their choice. Like his or her, like that child should have the ability when they hit puberty. It's going to be obvious. You know what I'm saying? Like
okay.
the argument that I'm making is that the parents remove the choice from that.
Yeah, okay. So here I'm going to refute you in another way. So you would say that anytime a parent has any impact on a child, that's child abuse. For example, if the parent brings up the child with the parent's religion, let's say the parent is a Christian and brings up the child, as a Christian, right? The child didn't have a choice. Or let's say the parent likes playing piano and got the child to start playing piano, and the child was going to end up being a pianist. So that the child didn't have a choice. I mean,
so there's a difference between taking up a hobby and injecting someone with estrogen for 18 years.
Yeah, but that's a technical difference. It's not a fundamental.
That's a medical difference.
Yeah, that's still technical.
What do you think, Spicoli?
What if they just cut the boy's penis off by themselves when he's 3 years old? Would that be abuse?
There have been cases, Spicoli, where that has actually happened.
But
can you tell us about those?
No, but if the boy ends up being a happy girl, so where's the abuse? I honestly don't see the abuse.
So that same argument can be applied to that 3-year-old. Let's say they get abducted, they get kidnapped, and they don't know much better. Well, listen, let me finish. So let's say a child, just in summary, they get kidnapped, just as an example. And the kidnapper takes care of that child, puts them in a really nice home, and raises them in a completely different state. Well, that child's happy, but it was still wrong. That fucking child was kidnapped. You know,
Let me go one better. Slave, let's say I were to kidnap Karen, take her back to my place and have sex with her, and she decided she liked it and stayed. Would that be abuse or not?
Spicoli, don't threaten me with a good time.
All right, that's your answer, Slave. It wouldn't be.
I mean, as long as the child is happy, I cannot see how it falls under the definition of child abuse.
Now, they didn't consent to it. They did not consent to it. They have to consent to it, right, Karen?
Why? Why do you need consent? I mean, the definition, I would say the definition of child abuse has to do with the end result of happiness.
Would you want me to stick my tongue up your dirt chute without your consent, Slave?
No, Spicoli, let's have a deep discussion, and not
Karen.
That's actually an ad hominem discussion, and I'm less interested in that.
Wait, you have ads on your channel?
I have ad hominems on my channel.
I didn't know that your YouTube channel was monetized for ads.
Wait, it was?
No, ad hominem. Get it? Okay, I understand. So, but Mr. Slave, going back to the point that we were arguing here, the only thing that I'm pointing out is that it is, in my opinion, it is wrong for a parent. It doesn't matter if it's one parent or two or both of them or whatever, to go ahead and just say, well, we're just going to use our bias and we're going to say, well, you know what, we really wanted a woman, we wanted a female, and so we're just going to go ahead and say that this child is transgender, even though they've shown no flags. Maybe that it's a 3-year-old, like you said.
Yeah.
And so obviously
Yeah.
most transgender people do not show the symptoms of being transgender until they are around puberty. Like
Is
when they
playing
can.
with doll, is if the little boy plays with a Barbie doll, what do you don't consider that being trans, do you?
Who are you asking?
It doesn't
You know,
matter,
you
Spicoli.
can. I'm asking you, Karen.
No, Spicoli, that's a technical detail. That's not important. We're discussing the very, very deepest part of this.
The
We're
choice.
analyzing it on, yeah, we're
Here's
analyzing,
the
yeah.
deepest part. You cannot,
Anyway,
if you're under 18, you cannot consent to transing medically. If you're over
that's a
18, cut
problem.
your dick
That's a
off. Who
problem.
gives a shit? If you're over
Spicoli,
18, we don't care what
no,
you do.
that's
If you're under 18, you
that.
cannot consent to it. Right, Karen?
Why why 18? Why 18? Why not 18 in a day?
No, it could be 18 in a
Why
day. I
not
don't care.
18 minus 1 second?
Because
Right, so
18 in
it's a
America is
why
when
ex
you 18 is when you legally become an adult in America. That's
so
why.
that's okay, that's a legal discussion. I'm not interested. That's a very superficial technical discussion. I don't have
No,
an
you
interest
have to
in
be 18. Wait, you have to be an adult. You have to be 18 till you can consent to getting
that.
tattoos.
Yeah, but that's a legal discussion, and I am not interested in legal discussions. I'm interested in the deepest, in the fabric of the universe discussion, in really understanding. And I'm interested in the scientific discussion, in the facts, not the
Here's the fact.
legal.
A child's brain is not fully developed and therefore cannot make decisions that are super life changing. That's it,
Yeah,
right, Karen?
yeah, but you could always say that about anyone. I can say that about you. Your brain is not fully developed, and I don't even know what it means to be fully developed, and who defines fully developed. That again, that's
Scientifically, the human brain does not
yeah.
fully develop till age 25.
Well,
That's
what's the
just you
definition
ask
of
it on
fully?
science.
What's the definition?
Unless
What's
you're
the
Greg, then it's
definition?
30.
Yeah.
What's the definition of fully developed, and why is that a parameter? Why do you need to be fully developed, and what is fully developed? Why do you need fully developed? I mean, my question
Well, I mean,
is
I
the
agree
child
with you. There's a lot
happy?
of people. Wait, Slave, you're right. There's a lot of people out there. Wait, I agree with you. Over 50% of the American population has fully developed brains, and they act like fucking retards like Greg Lurie. So I
Okay,
agree with you there. Just
okay,
because you have a
stop,
fully developed brain doesn't mean
stop,
shit. You're right.
stop. Anyway, my point is that I'm not even discussing consent because a child has no consent in any other part of their lives. A child does not give consent to what parent to be born to where the parent is going to live, to the child will go to school. I mean, what
Yep.
clothes the child is going to wear. The child has mostly, and most of us have no choice about most things in our lives. So I don't see why consent enters this equation. The question
Okay, so if we
is,
don't have choice, why give them a choice on sex changes then? If they don't have choices
yeah,
in other parts of their life, why give them that choice then?
yeah, I'm saying I don't care for choice. That's exactly my point. I mean, as we're discussing it, like we're trying to see, does it fall under the scientific definition of child abuse? Would we say, in
Yes.
my definition, child abuse is if the child is unhappy, then the child was abused.
Look
If the
at
child is
Jazz Jennings.
happy,
You know who Jazz Jennings is, don't you?
not really. I don't want to take actual. I don't really know the story,
Karen
that
knows.
story.
Karen knows.
Anyway, okay, I think, I mean, my point, I think you both understand my point. My point is that the whole notion, I mean, I know that people on the right, they don't like children transitioning. Everyone is really upset at children transitioning.
I'm on the left and
But,
I don't like children transitioning.
oh,
Not just
okay.
it's not
So,
people on the right. I'm on the left and I don't
Right.
like it.
So I claim it scientifically, from a scientific perspective, it doesn't really matter. I mean, children don't consent, people don't consent to anything. Our lives, we don't, I never gave consent to anything in my life. I
Let me
never
make a point.
gave, one
If I
second,
don't give, wait,
one
if I
second.
don't give
Wait,
consent
wait,
to one of my
one,
parents, okay, sorry. Go
wait,
ahead.
one second. So I never gave consent to Alex to abuse me, but he abused me. I never gave consent to Greg to abuse me or Zozo, and they all abused me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we live a life of very much lack of consent.
Let me make a difference
So,
though. Them abusing
mhm.
you does not have a lifelong effect on you, like if I medically transition you at a young age. If I cut your penis off,
So
that's going
what?
to have a long lasting effect.
So what? So what? That's like a technical difference. I mean, we don't. My point is, we live a life of lack of consent. Period. There is no consent. So I move to
What do you mean
remove
there's
the
no
topic.
consent? Women
We
consent all
don't.
the time to not letting us fuck them or letting us fuck them.
That's the
Women,
theory. But even if you think about it, a woman that consents to a guy banging her, did she really
yes.
consent or she wanted his money? Is that consent? If she's after the money, is that consent? I mean,
Well,
she
she's
didn't
after.
she really she if he didn't have money, she would not spend a second with him. So is that consent? I mean, she
Well,
was driven.
if I didn't have a big dick, women wouldn't want to spend time with me either. Probably. Is that consent?
I would say no, that's neither that's consent. I mean, but the very fact that a woman is attracted to a guy, is that consent? I mean, did she consent to being attracted to the guy, or did her body take over? Did her brain take over? Did her primitive brain circuitry take over her actual self and drove
When she
her
saw my
into
big erect, when she saw my big erect thick penis, her biological nature just took over and she jumped on it and sat on
exactly?
it.
And that's not I would claim that's not consent.
You're right. It's not consent. It's animal magnetism. My big
Exactly.
dick attracted her and she sat on it.
Exactly.
She did not
Exactly.
consent. The
Exactly. So
universe,
I move exactly. So we
the
should
universe,
stop
the
using
universe.
yeah.
Here's what it was. The universe presented her with my big, thick penis and she decided she wanted to sit on it. That's
No,
not
she
really
didn't.
consent.
No, no. The universe wired up her brain to want to jump on your pee-pee. So
Is that true? Yeah.
the universe didn't ask for her consent before the universe pre-wired her brain. So she didn't give consent for her brain to be wired in such a way to enjoy your big pee-pee.
Why don't we ask Karen? Karen, is it the universe that's making you want to hop on my big penis, or what is it?
It's everything. Everything makes me want to hop on your big penis, Spicoli. Spicoli, you seem to be really focused on your penis. I don't understand.
No, this ends up actually being a very deep theoretical and, fabric of the universe discussion about the actual nature, right? The nature of nature. This is very deep, and I'm very happy with this discussion.
So, I can give you an example as well as like from my perception, as well as the female friends that I have. Whenever we're attracted to a guy, we see his physical appearance and we think about how his physical appearance can translate into things like his ability in the bedroom, his ability to protect us, his ability to do XYZ. And when you all look at a really like Mr. Slade, you have constantly pictures of models that only fit like 0.0000001% of women. And you have this super idealistic version of women and you think of them in this way. And when we look at men, we think of men and their ability to provide to us, whether it be
Right,
orgasms or money or safety or whatever. So
right. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Anyway, but the point is that Karen never consented for the universe to pre-wire her brain in such a
That's
way.
true.
Yeah, I didn't
So,
consent to jump on your big dick, Spicoli. I did not consent.
You just did it, Karen, didn't you?
no, that's not my point. My point is that Karen did not consent to
You know what's great
want.
about Karen? Here's what's great about you, Karen. Since at one time you were born a biological male, you still understand. I will say this about trans women in their defense. Trans women understand men a lot better than biological women because trans women were men at one time. Don't you agree, Karen?
Yeah, but also you interrupted Mr. Slave's point, whatever he was trying to make. So one
I'm
second.
sorry.
Right. So my point is that it's not that Karen I mean, my point is that there is no consent. Karen never consented to have her brain pre-wired in such a way that she would love big peepees or big men or even men that provide orgasms and provide money and provide safety. So Karen's brain has been pre-wired by the universe and without consent. So that's like the universe intruded on Karen, and the universe should be held liable for this. For
Should we sue
this,
the? We should sue the universe, shouldn't we?
definitely, according to legal precedent, of course.
You
Which
know, Mr.
obviously,
Slave, that's a really fucking deep point that you just made. And your argument is that this 3-year-old boy did not consent to be a 3-year-old boy.
exactly, exactly. He didn't consent to anything. He didn't consent to be born. No one
Holy
ever
fuck. See,
consulted
that's the
him.
reason why I listen to your debates, is because you take something that we
Nobody
really
else would
take
take.
we take for granted,
Granted.
and then you go back a little bit and you say, no, this boy did not consent when they were born to be born in whatever way that they were born. It's
Only slave
deeper.
could do
Right.
that. Only slave could pull that off. Kudos to you, slave. Kudos to slave. Anyway, folks, I have to
Right.
duck out. My battery's getting low. Slave, when are you going to be on again? I want to come back on tomorrow.
Um, Probably tomorrow. My sleeping schedule is so messed up because of my travels. Like I'm totally jet lagged, inside and out, upside down. I don't know who I am anymore. So it could be any time, but probably this time,
All right, I'll
assuming.
look for you tomorrow or the
Spicoli, what
next time.
happened to your channel?
It got my original channel got taken down about 6 weeks ago, thanks to Larptic, I think. So I
Okay.
have a different channel. You got
Okay,
my new
can you
channel, right?
post that in chat so that I can go sub?
Yeah.
Like, I have my
I-
channel. I don't know if you're aware, but I've been growing. Almost have 200 subs now, and my channel is Cool Beans 444. So you should totally. I will start doing lives eventually, and I would love for you. You know, this panel is not really the best panel to talk about trans issues, and so if you ever want to stop by and talk about anything whenever I'm live, feel free, Spicoli.
All right, we'll talk soon. All right, bye guys.
All
Yeah,
right, bye, Coley.
I'm
Okay,
non-binary now. I'm
post your
that's
channel.
nice.
Post your channel in private chat.
We lost him.
Yeah.
Anyway, so do you want to go back to trying to join a live panel? Because I've never done
Yeah, because I
this.
think we're finishing up that debate that we were had. It was sort of a mini debate, and the point that you were making in conclusion is that how can we make a value judgment on the parents when the child never had a choice from birth?
Right. You could say that, I mean, theoretically, right, the parents could have aborted the child. So the child cannot complain even if the parents kill it,
Mm.
theoretically. But I'm not even going that far. I'm just saying, we can't even prove that it's child abuse if it's happy. But even if it's very sad, let's say the child ends up, living a very sad life, always missing its penis that the parents cut off at the age of 3. and fine, even if we say that's child abuse, but is there is I mean, I guess at that point, it's, we would categorize it as child abuse, and we would want to avoid it, I
Yeah, but your
guess.
initial argument was not that the child would grow up to regret it. Your
Right.
initial argument was that the child basically got converted into a female and is living life happily. That was your
Right,
initial
because
argument.
right, and I think that is what usually happens. I think usually they take normal boys, and because of the medication, because of the hormonal replacement therapy, they actually rewire the brain, because the brain is plastic, and by injecting a progesterone or whatever, whatever chemicals they get you take, I guess, you are rewiring your brain, and a man becomes a woman for all intents and practices, for all intents and
That brings up something really, really interesting that I just thought about. Because
Okay.
you said that it changes them. Let's just say that that happens, and at the age of 3, they gave this biological boy all kinds of hormones, put him through surgery, and then he comes out on the other side, 4 years old, fully female, and in this case, she would be on hormones until 10. I wonder if that would change the inherent natural sexuality of that person. Would that person be more inclined to just naturally be attracted to men as puberty hits?
Right. I mean, I'm just assuming yes for the question. I'm saying let's assume yes, that the child becomes a happy female, a happy girl. Also, we can ask the same question like 100
So, are
years
you
in the
saying that
future.
logic would dictate that happy girl would most likely be more attracted to men, or probably exclusively attracted to men?
Probably, if
Whereas
you.
if the parents did not convert that child, then that child would grow up more with more testosterone, obviously, in his body. He would hit puberty and most likely live as a straight male.
Right, and you could probably play yo-yo with a boy and a girl and convert them from boy to girl every year, and that would still they might still be a happy boy girl, on off.
Mm.
As long as society doesn't react, many times I think it's society's reaction that causes the depression for the transgender person. But
Gotcha.
if society is accepting, and one year the boy is a girl, the next year the girl is a boy, and everybody's happy either way, no one cares, and everybody's always celebrating it, so the child is
No,
always
I
going
guess
to be
I guess
happy.
the underlining point that I was making here before we move on is, does sexuality get changed, or do you believe that it might be changed as a result of the parents doing this?
Yes, yes, that's my intuition, is that indeed when you take HRT, when you're on HRT, it modifies your brain. And the reason you are attracted to PP, I think, is because of the HRT. Um, it amplifies it. Maybe you were born with some attraction to PP. I have a fantasy for PP, which I don't think I was born with. I think it's from all the abuse I took. It
Mm.
rewired my brain that I abuse myself with forced homosexuality. And the abuse turns me on. Any form of abuse turns me on because I was so abused. But maybe you were born with this wiring. It doesn't matter how the wiring in the brain was created, it was somehow created.
Mhm.
And you were born with some attraction to PP, and then you took HRT, and it amplifies your attraction to PP. Like if I would go on HRT and become a girl, I'm sure I would enjoy PP much more than I do now.
You keep saying PP, but like ultimately, it's an attraction to men. It's an
I
attraction to
mean
men.
big PP, right? But when I think of a guy, I think of it's big PP. Guys have big PP, and girls don't have a big pee-pee. They don't have a pee-pee. They have.
Yeah, but it's just so fun, like elementary the way you're breaking it down. It's like, yeah, but I
But
understand what you're
ultimately,
saying.
I mean, ultimately, that's what it's about. I mean, a boy has a big throbbing pee-pee, and a girl has
Yeah,
a
but men are
very.
more than just their PPs, Mr. Slave. Like,
I was not in my fantasies. Boys are. I usually cut off the limbs of a guy of a boy in my fantasies. There's no limbs, so there's only a torso, a head, and a pee-pee.
oh my God, you are
Yeah.
you are insane. Okay, so we're just gonna move on to the next subject because when you start talking about that's just too much for me. So let's move on
That's
to the open panel.
wait. Really? That's too much for you? That's
You just talked
incredible.
about your fantasy with the boy, and whenever you say boy, you need to say man and don't say boy because on the internet, and I don't know if you're oblivious to this, maybe you don't pay attention. You shouldn't use the word boy unless you are specifically talking about a child. And if you are talking about a child, you should not talk about it in a sexual context. You know how that looks. Don't do that.
No, wait. I said a boy has a big throbbing pee-pee. You think a little child has a big throbbing pee-pee?
I'm not going to debate that. What I'm saying is the
Uh,
semantics. You should say a young man or a man, an adult male, or something like that. It's
but the
YouTube.
problem
It's
is I
YouTube. Don't
don't
get
like.
canceled, Mr. Slave.
I see, I see. There is a problem there because I don't like treating men as men. I
Mm,
hate giving men the pleasure of being called men. It it I hate it. It gives me extreme displeasure to use the word man.
wow.
Yeah, it's very distasteful. I
I did not
hate
know
men.
that.
Yeah, I really, really hate men. Absolutely hate them. Men are disgusting creatures. Absolutely. So I refuse to use that word.
Ah, I
So
understand.
for me, if you show me a big Hulk, for me, he's a little boy.
So
He
even
doesn't just
let's say a college guy who's 24 years old, you wouldn't refer to as a man. You would
exactly.
if you were doing a sexual fantasy with that guy, that 24-year-old college guy, you would still refer to him as a boy.
Well, that's different. If he is sexually abusing me, then he's a man. That's what men are. Men are sexual abusers in the way I perceive them.
Okay.
But if I'm given a choice to reference them objectively, then they're not men. They're little boys.
Okay. All right.
If we discuss them as sexual abusers, yeah, that's the definition of a man.
And what I find interesting about this is that you don't claim to have, or at least as far as I know, you don't claim to necessarily be a homosexual or bisexual, but yeah, you have
No,
these
definitely
fantasies.
not. I No, it's abuse. My fantasy about forced homosexuality is abuse. I just enjoy being abused in my fantasy by a woman. It's not nothing to do with the guy. A woman has to enjoy abusing me by forcing me to be a homosexual. It's nothing to do with being a homosexual. I'm disgusted so much by homosexuality that I view it as abuse. It's the same as eating poop. Like the girl might as well poop in my mouth or force me to eat a guy's poop or being or getting gangbanged by a bunch of guys. It's all the same. I'm not attracted to eating poop. I'm disgusted by it, but I enjoy being abused. It's like
Got you.
I want to be one of my fantasies is to be cooked alive and eaten by women. So um,
Well, you can only do that once. unless they have a to-go box or some sort of a. They could put you in a freezer. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, do you want to join an online panel?
Yeah, because I think that the internet's not ready for your fantasies. So let's join a panel. Let's keep this show moving.
Anyway, okay, so this is nothing. United Nations. Let's join the United Nations panel.
And then, like, just join the panel and be like, will any of you debate me or cook me alive?
Yeah.
Either or.
Okay, stock market, Rise News Live, 242 watching, cooling conversation, open panel, 248. Join
Who
this
is
channel
that?
to get, I don't know.
See, this is a StreamYard. This is a StreamYard panel. This is what I was talking about. See, some of these lives that you're looking at, they're just random lives and you can't join them. But that is right there a StreamYard stream.
Okay, let me open it on a separate tab and let's share this tab.
Yeah.
And but I think there's too many people, but we can try and join.
Yeah, and I'll mute and listen to you. So
this is scary. I've never done this before.
I
guess
know.
this is the link.
It's a new frontier, Mr. Slave. Welcome.
Yeah, copy link. So I'm going to open a new tab. And that's too long. That doesn't make any sense. Let me see if it opens. Yeah, it opens. Wait a minute. It's going to disconnect. What's going to happen to my current stream? It's going to open a second stream. I'm going to stream the stream.
I was just thinking about that, Mr. Slave. It's kind of like Inception, a StreamYard within a StreamYard. I'm not sure how that would go.
Let me see. Let me join them. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to work. Continues Mr. Slave.
If you disconnect, then come back.
Oh, I guess, yeah. Hi, my name is Mr. Slave. Can you hear me? Can I join your panel? Oh, I don't know, not me.
Because I don't think he's in America.
Okay, so let me handle my panel, and I'll let him know if he's welcome or not. Okay. So, Mr. Slave,
Yeah.
You're more than welcome to hit the chat. Why didn't you hit the chat before hitting the panel?
Oh, I didn't know. I was just going through YouTube looking for open panels. I didn't really look into your topics too much.
Are you good? You sound like the type to pull your penis out. Are you the type?
No. I don't even cam up.
Why do you have a woman avatar as your picture?
There's no reason. It's I just like women. That's all.
What your weird ass gonna come up here? You know, so you didn't
He's
listen
just
to nothing we were
different.
talking about?
He's not in America. It's like in India or some shit.
We don't care what man. That man ain't from no India, man. That damn sounds so sweet. He probably from Massachusetts. That nigga from Massachusetts talking about, can I join your panel and talk about your topic?
Sounds like he
But you
wants
don't know
sexy
shit that's
time.
going on
And
over
I ain't
here.
even got
You
no
want
topic.
sexy time?
The topic say open panel, cooling
No.
conversations. No
He act like
topic
he
is
talking about
listed.
Trump or
This nigga-
something.
I'm
Can I
actually,
join your
right.
panel?
I'm
Looking at it.
actually usually what I used to do is just go on Discord and debate anyone on any topic. I really enjoy debating.
Well, you
Okay,
you
so
should have
you-
debated
You're in
before
the
you hit this
Discord.
motherfucking link with your
He's
lame
on the
ass.
right
That's how I
panel,
know
nigga.
you need a fucking friend. Talking about you gonna debate. Who the fuck
No,
is
he's
you?
on the right panel.
Who is
Because
that talking right there?
That's
This-
about
Does anyone?
Yeah,
know
this
what
Look
is-
at y'all drunk ass.
He's on the right panel. So my guy, I don't know you. What's his name? Coolin.
He
Who?
said his name was the
Mr.
Undertaker.
Oh,
This shit
Oh,
getting
my.
weird every time we talking about somebody come and distract. Toya, yeah, y'all run a hell of a place.
You just gotta stay there. Don't
Mr.
point bomb
Slave.
for real.
yeah.
I don't
Then
even
his
know
name
who that
Mr.
is,
Slave.
Cam.
Then his name
I
Mr.
do not
Slave.
even
Come on
know
now.
who the fuck that is. I do not know who that is, Cam.
Duh, cause y'all all in character right now. Y'all don't know nothing.
I
Anyway,
promise you, I don't know who that man is.
Sounds
I
like
can tell you
porn.
one thing. He ain't from
Anyway,
Texas.
All right. Okay, so cool. What were we doing before he came up?
He ain't from Texas.
Oh, he's streaming my live. Why are you streaming my live, Mr. Slave?
oh, I am a
See?
streamer.
See?
I hope that's okay that I'm a streamer.
It's
That's
not
what-
okay, bitch
Stop
nigga.
streaming
Why
her
didn't you ask
live,
me?
dude.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to do first. This is my first time. I'm sorry.
Hold on, bro. What you got going on, man?
I was
Uh,
telling
Cam
Coolin.
finna snap on your ass now.
I posted in
How
the
many
private-
people in his chat?
No.
Wait a minute,
Three.
let me go see. What his
This
name
nigga
is?
got
Dean?
3 people in his chat.
Exactly. There's never nobody in their chat.
3.
I'm telling
So how
Coolin
he live? I thought he was. Boy,
This
what
is
you got
my
going,
life.
man?
fuck down.
Oh, he trying to get your followers cool.
Nah, fuck all that. That nigga.
Oh my god, I haven't laughed this hard in so long.
You were laughing? I was having a heart attack.
Oh my god, Mr. Slave, do you not? I mean, this, those
I have
people,
no
those
idea
people absolutely hated you.
I don't know. I have no idea what just happened. This was.
I know you were very nice, but I think they were put off by the Mr. Slave thing.
I don't know. I honestly have no idea what just happened. For me, it was overwhelming.
Have you considered trying to go on? Okay, that was your first time doing that. So what did we learn? You can still stream your stream while opening another StreamYard. So have you considered trying a different name whenever you go into someone else's StreamYard so that way they don't attack you for being Mr. Slave?
I don't think they attacked me for being Mr. Slave. I think they attacked me for streaming their stream, for wanting to steal their followers, which
Gotcha.
is basically how Alex felt about me. I mean, Alex felt that I'm stealing his show, stealing his thunder. So, all right, it doesn't matter. Oh, we have Ben Noach with us and Stormy friend as stop. You see, stop streaming cooling. You see that?
Oh, hey, we didn't want any
Yeah.
drama. All he wanted to do was debate somebody. Jesus Christ.
I know.
Y'all need to calm the fuck down over there with your drama.
Okay, let's try going back to the list.
Yeah. That was
Okay,
fun.
so-
That was fun.
I did not enjoy it, but fine. Open source streaming server, data array, Restream offers smart. No, not interesting. NASA. Yeah, we can go. NASA presents Mr. Slave. Radio cut. Radio. That's not interesting. Listen to Spotify. I don't think there's anything else.
You need to
look at.
refresh your page because it's been 20 minutes since you checked that. So refresh
Okay.
and now see what's on. Oh,
So
look.
this is live boxing. I don't think we
Yes,
can do-
go and debate them about boxing. Maybe they have big peepees.
I don't know if I want to debate, but fine, we could do it. I have a lot to say about, martial
Yeah,
arts.
but they might debate you on something completely unrelated. You never know.
Okay, subscriber only. I don't think I can.
Well,
I can
that's for chat. That's for chat.
Okay, so you want me to try?
I mean, you can if you want to. I'm not trying to force you to do anything. This is just a technique that I've used.
I'm trying to, okay, there, copy image. Oh, there it is, maybe. Open link in new tab. Let me log into the StreamYard as Mr. Slave and turn on my.
No sense. That makes no sense. How if you move up in
Yeah,
weight,
man.
you're pound for pound
The
until you
shit
get
you
to
been
3.
saying don't make no fucking sense. You calling people casuals, freezing. You the biggest casual on this motherfucker.
All right, get casual.
I
Enlighten,
wouldn't, bro. I
enlighten.
wouldn't.
Hey, LT, like I told you that first day, bro. If a dude gonna try to explain to you and tell you a shower's low when you see it clearly on the belt, I don't entertain fuck shit, bro. But I still conversate with the shit because I think it's funny. But I'm glad, really, when you look at it, LT, we should be glad that they gave it for Usyk because it's about the money. Because when he does fight Fury, y'all are gonna exactly see the same thing. What's gonna happen that you seen in the 5th round is gonna happen. I'm gonna show you how it flips.
I think the belt determines a low blow.
Bro, the way you talking, freezing, you can already tell you're an emotional, bro. I've known you, bro, from you are, bro. The more and more I'm saying something about what's really happening, you see how these dudes be like, yeah. They get so mad and emotional because you know what the fuck you saw. You know what you saw, bro. You know what you saw. The man got knocked out in 5 rounds. Yeah, you had your referee change it, but we already know that. That's the corruption of boxing at its best. You act like they just started doing this shit. You didn't see that in the Loma fight.
You're woke as fuck,
You think
bro.
they're gonna
You're
give it? You think they're gonna give it to a dude that's on his way out like Loma, or they're gonna give it to somebody who's from Henderson, Nevada? If you don't know about money, how old are some of you dudes? Like 20 years old?
Haney Loma
like 20-something years old?
bro.
Like you don't know about money, bro? What do you think runs this world?
How are you that
don't
old
run
and you
this
still don't know
world.
shit about boxing?
Money runs this
How are
world.
you that
bro.
old
I
and you
know
still
more
don't
than
know
you.
shit?
I know that. That's why
How are
when
you
you
that
just
old
talking
and you
about,
still don't know shit?
Hey, LT, they say, when he got hit, he was shaking and all that, so it had to be a low blow because these dudes ain't never been hit before.
No, it's because he got hit below the
I know
ankle.
a dude
That's
like
why.
you ain't never even laced up a pair of gloves. You ain't even laced up a pair of gloves trying to tell me I don't know shit about boxing. But if we get in the ring, I'll show you I know more about boxing. Yeah, you don't know shit, man. You just on here fanboying. What you say, LT? I couldn't hear you. This nigga be fanboying on every channel.
This nigga be fanboying. He got more skill, more athleticism.
Bro, why are you steady trying to talk and you're not even talking about nothing but getting your emotions?
More skill.
Emotions make you cry sometimes. You remind me of that song.
Wait, let me get out of here.
Yeah, they were going crazy.
Yeah, that was a big waste of time. Let me just close some tabs. By the way, there was a link when I opened their StreamYard. There was a link at the top right that said, stream this to your audience instead.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what would happen. I mean, what would happen if I did that? I don't know. Anyway, let's try the next one. White gorilla sighting. Cool, and we tried this one. Welcome. Why are we here? Part 2, open discussion. Why are we here? Okay, 3 watching. That sounds better. Let's try this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, smaller might be better. Oh, but where's the link?
Well, it might be better on StreamYards, but not on a man.
What? But there's no link. I don't see a link.
Oh, well, sometimes they don't. Maybe you can ask for one.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Hold on, coming up.
Good luck. I'll mute.
Thank you. Thank you.
Experimenting call.
So I think.
Hi, can you hear me?
No, I gotta see you, man. Somebody, let me see.
I have a YouTube channel. I do debates.
You gotta put on your camera, brother. Who is it, Mr.
No,
Slave?
yeah.
You gotta put on your camera.
Somebody came in.
But
Somebody
I
tell
can't let you
come up,
see
but
my
you
face.
gotta be on camera. I'm not.
Yeah,
I
you get.
Nobody
but I never show my
You gotta put
face.
on your camera, man.
Yeah,
But
but
then they don't
but
get
I-
to hear. They don't get to hear you when they're going through the process of
right, but I can't let you see.
registration,
But
so
I'm
that they
not
can be
gonna
a
let you
part of
see.
the live. So
But I'm not gonna.
it's like a blank screen. They don't get to hear you until they click accept for all the terms and conditions.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they
Until
can't
they click
hear me.
accept, then they can hear you. So it's probably going through some technical difficulties if it's his first
I
time.
can hear you.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't see pick camera. I'm not
Hear
bringing up
you.
nobody without camera.
Yeah.
So they can't hear you. Okay.
I am.
Well, if you can't hear me, you got to put on your camera.
I
Yeah,
understand.
I like that question. I
I'm
like that
anonymous. I
question.
understand. I'm anonymous.
Anonymous.
I like that question, boy blue.
I have a 100
So now
plus.
this is how I do research now. I go
I'm
on.
sorry, brother. We do. I have 100. I have 100 YouTube. Okay, brother. Okay, I understand, but we gotta do. We don't really bring up people without they on camera. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of things go on. You know what I mean? Sorry for that. All right.
Yeah, man. We don't want.
All right, no problem. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yes, I. Yeah, boy blue. I love that question.
Well, that was useless.
Yeah, maybe. Well, that fourth one down. That is the
that's good.
whatchamacallits. I know them.
Black pill.
The Black Pill community people. You know they'll let you on because they know you.
Oh, they know me?
Yeah, of course they know you.
Okay, I'm opening their tab right now. How do you know they know me?
Because they know Alex Flame with Fire. Like that's a part of the manosphere shit.
Class than they are. So women don't have unrealistic standards. They're able to get these men, but they just don't understand that they can't get them into a relationship.
Yeah, hold on a sec. Mr. Slave, who is this?
Hi, how is everyone?
Oh, this is actually Mr. Slave, the guy with the chain around his neck?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What's up, man?
Hey, terrific. What's up? Do you guys want to debate something?
Well, I mean, we usually debate game or whatever. I mean, so
yeah,
that's probably the first thing. So, are you a big believer in game? Because I know you're on Alex's channel, right? You frequent his channel.
I'm a very big believer in game, obviously.
Yeah, Mr. Slave, who's that picture of that girl on your icon?
I don't know. It's just a chick. It's just it's off the web. It's free.
Oh,
just free pictures.
Aren't you like a complete simp for is she your wife or girlfriend or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah, so you've seen it, right? You've seen it with the chain around his neck and the.
I haven't. Yeah, I've seen him just briefly on Alex's thumbnail or something like that one time. So, but does your girlfriend approve you to have a picture of another girl on your icon?
It's not his girlfriend. He pays her for the for her to treat him like a dog.
Yeah, I was about to say he pays.
Oh.
He pays.
Oh, that's just a girl that you pay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pro paying. I'm pro simping.
But how's paying game? How's using your money game?
I mean, you need both. I mean, you can't. I mean,
so you have to pay and use game.
Yeah, of course.
What kind of game do you use when you pay a woman?
I mean, you pay a woman. That's like. I honestly don't understand the question. I mean, you have to be a man.
Right. You don't understand the question because it doesn't even make sense. So you pay the woman, right? But you're saying she's not going to sleep with you unless you use some type of game.
I mean, I don't. I mean, you have to use game with a girl, and you have to pay the girl. I mean,
No. I'll answer this question.
Mm-hmm.
You guys come to an agreement that you're going to pay her for her to sleep with you, right? Then you pay her the money, and you're saying she won't sleep with you unless you do some game at that point. You have to do some type of game for her to sleep with you after you've already paid her.
I mean, it's look, let's say I have a girlfriend
No. We're talking about paying for it right now. We're talking about pay
Right?
for play.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you don't have a girl, but you don't have a girlfriend. So let's just
No,
take
but
that out
let's
of the
say,
equation. Okay, you're
but
paying this
listen.
girl to dominate you, which you want to pay for whatever service you're into, whatever. Okay, let's just ignore that creepy, weird, fucked up fact. But let's just say you're paying for a service, right? And you're going to pay the woman to sleep with you. Now you pay her, and what type of game? What do you need to do in order for her to sleep with you after you've paid her?
No. What you're describing is a universe that I'm not familiar with. I can tell you about my universe, the one that I live in. The one,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
I
Okay, let's
can.
hear your universe.
Okay, so I can walk up to chicks and open the chick and get to know her and make her my girlfriend. And once she's my girlfriend, I would teach her that it's important to be paid for everything she does with me.
So you're saying your game is you're telling the woman that you're going to pay her. You're calling paying for it game?
No. That's just
Oh, so before you even bring up money, so you're telling me you never bring up money when you go to pick up a chick?
No, it depends. Like it depends where you are in the world. But let's say in like around New York City, so it's just a normal chick. I mean, some chicks, if they bring up money first, I probably would say no. What I enjoy is meeting a normal chick and having a loving relationship, and then within the loving relationship, pay her. I just
All
enjoy.
right. Okay, how do you meet? How do you meet the regular chick? You gotta use some game to pick her up, you said, right? So what
Right.
type of game do you use to pick up this chick?
I mean, the simplest game is, Tinder. I mean, you can.
So swiping right,
Tinder is game.
swiping right is game, like your thumb
Yes.
moving. That's
It's
game.
thumb game. It's
Yes.
thumb game.
Yes. I mean, it's
Thumb game.
no. It starts with creating a profile. So you
This
knowing
guy
how
is
to.
so full of shit.
You see, when I back people into a corner, they can't. Oh, well. I live in a different fantasy universe. Not reality. I'm not used to people asking me real questions, dude. I'm not gonna listen to your simp ass fucking bullshit and let you just spew off some fucking shit that you think is well. No one challenges me over at LGTQB stream, so I don't need to, come up with real answers. Over here, we're asking you the real fucking questions, and you can't fucking answer them. You're telling me swiping right is game, dude. You're a fucking cuck bullshit simp, and you cannot describe game just like every other fucking simp that comes on here preaching game. We got a super chat from Over the Road. Thank you for the 199 super chat. Shout out to MD. The Black Pill book is dogma.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Look, I mean,
Yeah,
you can. I mean, Tinder.
Mr. Slave, who sent you over here, man?
No, you just came up. You can.
No, I'm asking you a question. Who sent you over here? Just be honest, man.
I'm streaming you right
No,
now.
we already know. We already know. I just want to see if you're going to be honest.
I'm streaming you live on my channel right now, so
who sent you over here? That's not what I asked you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm asking you a question nicely.
Yeah.
And all you got to do is just be honest, man.
The most honest I can be is let you know that I'm streaming.
In other words,
live.
you're a piece of shit. Then you're a piece of shit sent here from QB. Probably
Alex Frankenstein.
I don't want to blame Blue H, but it's just really. No. I asked you a question, and if you can't answer it, then you'll be flushed like the piece of shit that you are.
It's Alex playing with Frankenstein. Just say it. We know you've been on those streams before.
I think it's more.
He's got like two people watching, 2 people on the stream.
It's just, you know what it is? It's probably LOL too, because it's like, first of all, you shouldn't stream somebody else's stuff. Especially just coming on here and doing that. That's not good. It's the same thing that LOL was doing. And I asked you who sent you here.
No
and
one.
The way you answered, again, we know you're a lying piece of shit because that's what anybody that supports game does. And then you say that, oh, you'll have a relationship. What, from lying? It's like, come on, man. Who sent you over here?
Okay, you came up in the YouTube search result under the keyword open panel. You are one
All
of
right.
these else.
Just be honest. Who's
Shut
over
the
the road?
fuck up.
Over the road, X MD. Can you ask him if he's the same Mr. Slave from Alex's channel last year, where he had a dominatrix on the panel?
Right.
Wow. Yeah. So, are you that guy, Mr.
Yes.
Slave? Are you the same? You
Yes.
are.
Yes.
Okay. So, you came over here, and thank you, Over the Road, man. You definitely pulled him out. You know, you pulled him out of it, man. Thank God. I didn't know that. And it's so sad that he couldn't just say that. Over the Road, basically. You see, we have people on here. We work together. We help each other. We don't try to, as you would say, game each other, you know, because, of course, game, you know, is, I'm hoping Lasagna comes on. I'm hoping that he, I mean, this is,
game is honesty. I'm
no, game
100%
is being a lying sack of
No,
shit.
never,
And that's
never.
what you are. I mean, the
No,
fact that you
no.
came on to
That's
Alex's
not
stream with the dominatrix, I mean, now you're like on the cuck territory, you know. I'm just,
Yes, I'm a cop.
I'm,
Yes.
yeah, so you're a cuck, right?
Yes.
So we're not cucks. Master Yoda, I know you want to say something. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, no, or game, yeah.
Yeah.
Game is bullshit. I mean, the PUA is what they claim, right? If you can press the right emotional buttons on a woman, right, that will get her to overlook your physical deficiencies and get her to sleep with you. It won't. Women make snap judgments on men based on what they see. You don't pass the looks test with a woman, game over. You can be the smoothest talker on planet Earth. She ain't gonna sleep with you if she's not physically attracted to you.
No, that's not
That's it.
true. No,
Oh,
not true.
No, that's exactly true. And I know Jake wants to say something too, but yeah, that's exactly true.
All right, Mr. Slade. That's what we said. You know, was that your, you know, wife or girlfriend? He said, no, that's just some girl that he pays. So I said, okay. So this guy is saying, well, first I will get into a relationship, but he doesn't get into a relationship, right? Because you're too ugly to get into one. It has nothing to do with your game, right? If game worked, you would have a girlfriend, but you don't have a girlfriend because the game doesn't work. But you're over here still believing in game.
I have many girlfriends.
Right. And do you pay all of them?
Not yet. You know.
Not yeah. So they're not really your girlfriend. So you know, paying for the girlfriend experience is one thing, but you know, having like a legitimate girlfriend is a different thing.
No. I don't pay for the girlfriend experience. I take my girlfriend, and I would always teach her that it's my.
But you had a dominatrix. You paid a dominatrix. So in other words, this is the first part of your delusion. You're paying women, and then you're saying they're your girlfriend. That's not
different.
your girlfriend, man.
No, it's
you're
different.
her trick.
No,
you're the guy that's paying her.
No. Some of my girlfriends are like normal relationships, and some girls in my life are dominatrix.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, let's just get to this game thing, man, because I started pressing you on game, and you said, "Oh, game is swiping right." So let's hear, right? You have all these girlfriends, and you are a Mac Daddy. I mean, you are the one who is like the master of games. You've got all these girlfriends in 2023 that you're not paying, supposedly, right? Not paying. We don't believe that already. But let's hear how you got all these girlfriends. What type of game did you use?
It's ultimately, you know, when you know game, so everything and nothing is game. I don't even
Dude, shut the fuck up. Everything is game. Nothing is game, dude. All right, I'm going to stop you right there, dude. If you're going to start talking bullshit and like in a fairy tale end. So right now, one girl, right? Think about one girl. Give us one example of how you picked up one girl. What type of game did you use to pick her up? Where was it at? What did you say? Go ahead. Let's listen to this bullshit.
All right, so let's take one girl from Tinder. So it starts with creating a good profile, writing the right text.
Yeah, he's trying to sell this bullshit.
And
man.
then,
yeah. So you're saying you got some kind of Tinder course or something like that? No, in real life, you're not on the internet. No. In real life, you know, you got all this game and everything like that, right? I'm not talking about you posted a picture and swiped right. No. The game, right? Let's hear about your game in real life.
I mean, I'm trying to tell you that there is no game. I mean, you just have to be.
Now there's no game.
Yeah,
That is a good point. I'm glad you admitted it. It's about time you fucking admit it. Does anybody else have any questions? Because to me, I'm ready to flush. I mean, we got him to admit that game does not exist. There is no game.
Definitely.
Game never exists, man. Game never exists. He's just on here to just advertise his course, man. That's
Yeah, he's on here streaming your channel, MD, that you and Scribe built up, and he's just trying to farm your content. But he admitted there's no game. I'm done with him.
Right, and you got to change your profile picture. We can't have that because YouTube, you know, they say stuff about those bikini pictures. All right, Slave.
I
You know,
don't have a
you want
problem
to
changing
do,
the
do you want
picture.
to change that picture for us real quick? Just change your avatar picture, or just take it off and have the regular.
Yeah, he should have one of his own with the Gimp mask. He should have one like that.
Yeah, well, you know, we don't want YouTube to, you know, if you could do that for us,
Yeah,
Slave,
I'll
or we're gonna have
try. Wait,
All right, we got a super chat from Blue H. He says, $5 super chat. Hey, MD, we got different views about a few aspects of relationships, but it's all good, no beef, and I respect the channel, so I'd never send trolls over. I gotta agree with
No,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
guy.
No,
yeah,
and,
this
and I
guy.
did say I don't think it's Blue H. I
No,
definitely.
this
think
guy's
Blue
from.
H.
Let me
Yeah.
explain. Let me
If there's
he's
no
from out.
beef, you're still cool with us, bro. Definitely.
Yeah.
If you want to come on, I mean, this guy. I asked him nicely to change his profile pic.
How
He
do
doesn't
I
wanna do
change?
that.
I don't know how to change.
All right, all right. You got 3 buttons on the top right. You click it. It'll say Edit Avatar. You see it? It says Avatar, and
Wait.
then you just take off your picture. You know,
Edit?
you remove.
Oh, the avatar.
Yep, that's
Remove?
it. Yep, remove. That's it. You know, and
It's
you can
not
upload a regular picture if you want or something later. But when it removes it, it'll just show
Remove this
like
destination. No, it says remove destination from broadcast. That's different.
no, change. You change the avatar pic. There will be the 3 buttons. Edit audio avatar.
Edit.
And when you press that, you will see in the top left corner a regular silhouette of a head and shoulders of a drawing. You can click that.
Wait.
Man, this guy's just playing games. I just
I
think
know he's pushing my fucking patience. Man.
Yeah. We have to admit that there is no game.
I'll leave.
Right?
Look, I'll leave. I'll change.
You
and
leave, you come
right?
back, yeah, and we don't want to see your stuff streamed on the channel, all right? So
Oh.
if you want to come back, please come back without the avatar.
But can I?
Mr. Slave, those people are so brainwashed. It's so crazy.
I know it's very painful for me to do this. This is really, really difficult. I thought it would be fun. This is really not fun.
Yeah, maybe it's not. I think it was easier for me because I cam up and I have like a studio light and like I come in like maybe people are just defensive towards you because also I don't stream right now. So I think people are getting offended because you're streaming their streams.
I maybe shouldn't tell them.
Yeah, but they can look up your channel.
So I don't know what to do. I mean, this is really painful. I mean, this is really intense. Like I did not enjoy any of these interactions.
I know.
And it's completely unproductive. Underrated music, talk open panel, 50th anniversary of hip hop, #1 grinder. I mean, I love hip hop, so we can talk about that, but there's nothing deep about hip hop. We can talk about the nature of why humans enjoy music.
I'm just kind of sad because I don't think people understand why you're there, and they're not even giving you a chance.
Right. Oh, look. Oh, I show up in my own search results. That's incredible. I listen to this guy. Dukes of Dawn is nice.
And Mr. Slave, that thumbnail is of those people that were like, "Stop streaming us."
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay, so Shurka starts all-out war with Andrew Tate. That sounds interesting, but it's a big channel. 274 people watching. That's too much. He's never gonna let us on. I don't know what that's about.
Why don't you go on? I know where you can go. Like, and you can go. Just type in on YouTube because he's streaming right now, or he should be. Type in "Escape with Speakeasy." You can totally talk to him right now. Probably if he's streaming. His StreamYards is always open, and he lets anyone on.
This guy?
Yeah, he's a hip hop guy.
I'm not. I don't. I'd rather not join a hip. I want to debate.
Well,
I
I'm just
mean, is
saying
there?
his character is hip hop, but I mean his channel is not about hip hop. Like he does debates. He actually does debates. So
Is he a vegan? Would he debate me as a
I'm not sure. But he lets anyone on, so like he's not gonna attack you for having a like they literally attacked you that last stream for having a girl in a fucking bikini. Like they are so brainwashed and insecure. They think YouTube is gonna ban them because
This,
you.
I think it is. This is gonna be hilarious. Show yourself back there, bro. Oh, that's you.
I can't. Anonymous.
Why can't you? No, you're not, bro. I've seen you. You're using a name that people. Okay, fine. Fuck it. Fuck it. Then you're not the Mr. Slave. Then you're not Mr. Slave. But okay, I'll bring you up. Just give me a second. I'll bring you up. We're gonna see. I don't think you're Mr. Slave because Mr. Slave shows his face, but I've seen plenty of fucking things with Mr. Slave.
I stopped.
Yo, tell me, is Mr. Slave live right now? Go, someone tell me if Mr. Slave's live right now. I'm gonna bring this up. I stopped using mask. Okay, let me see, bro. Let me see if this is really Mr. Slave here. What's up?
Wait, did I join? 1 second. Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Terrific. Do you want to debate something?
What would you like to debate?
I actually have a very long list of topics of propositions that I usually propose. Here, I'll send it in the private chat. That's my website with my propositions. There's like 65 propositions you can choose from. Are you a vegan?
No.
Oh, because I love debating vegans. Do you know anything about astrophysics? Do you know anything about black hole formation?
No.
Quantum.
Not really.
Are you a physicist?
Into that shit? No.
No. Wait, do you believe in God?
Yeah.
Oh, what's your evidence? So why do you believe in God? We can debate that. Do you want to debate it?
That's something I actually don't usually debate because, like, it's not something I can prove to you, right?
That's exactly my point. I mean, you can also not prove that 1 + 1 = 7 for the same reason, because both are not true, I would say.
Okay. So you talked about black holes a minute ago.
Yeah.
Have you been to where the black hole is?
No.
Have you seen it in front of your face?
No, not in front of my face.
Okay. So what makes you believe in black holes? It's a faith, right?
Yeah, it's a faith, yeah. But just like 1 + 1 = 2 is a faith.
No. 1 + 1 = 2 is just objective. That's an objectifying truth. That's an objective truth. Like
what's your evidence?
1 + 1 is it's math.
What's your evidence that 1 + 1 = 2?
1 lighter.
Yeah, that's
plus
a lighter.
1 lighter. That's 2 lighters.
Yeah, but
1 + 1 = 2.
Oh, but so you're saying when you say 1 + 1 = 2, you mean 1 lighter plus another lighter is 2 lighters?
No, the number 1 plus the number 1.
Okay, when you say the number 1, that's just a word in English, right? 1 is just a word in English. And English is just a social construct that evolved. Right? There's nothing absolutely true about the English language. It's just, right, we used to be monkeys and we used to grunt, and these grunts evolved into the English language. And then we created the math language.
So are you saying that, so you're saying language isn't real?
I'm saying it's not absolutely true. It's just grunts. Like when
is there necessity for social constructs like language?
No, there's no necessity.
There's no necessity for language.
No, it's just an
There's nothing
advantage.
necessary about having language that me and you could understand. So how the fuck would we have this conversation if it wasn't necessary for us to have the same
No, I
language?
agree. No, I agree. It's practical. There is an advantage to
Right.
having
So
language. Yeah, if that's what
right.
you
So
mean.
there's
Yeah.
a necessity to social constructs.
I wouldn't define it as a necessity. I would say that there is an evolution.
Well, how would we communicate? How would we communicate without language?
Yeah, I'm saying there is an evolutionary advantage for language. Therefore, language evolved. There's evolutionary pressures for languages to evolve. Therefore, languages evolve.
Right. So, like, I don't understand how that proves anything about 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2.
No, but 1 + 1 = 2. I mean, the words. I mean, these are just words that evolved. And okay, let me try a different way. When you say one lighter, what exactly do you mean, right? Because when you turn on the lighter, some of the fluid escapes into the atmosphere. So now, is the atmosphere a lighter? Right? You understand the question, right? It's not really precise to say one
Yeah,
lighter.
this is just dumb. I don't know if you're trying to really sound like philosophical or whatever
No,
right
this
now,
is
but like, what if this was nothing? What if we're not even really
no.
here? What if
No,
I grew wings and flew away? What if? I don't care
No.
about this
No, there's no
conversation, bro.
if. No, I didn't say if. No, I didn't say if. I didn't say if. You agree that you're holding a lighter, but when you click the button, some of the gas escapes into the atmosphere. So now the atmosphere is a lighter. Well, it doesn't make sense. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the one lighter is not a precise statement. So to claim that 1 + 1 = 2 is a precise statement is imprecise. Or in other words, it's not true. It's a practical truth. Like you said, we can agree that 1 + 1 = 2. It's an advantage to agree and to communicate, but it's not an absolute truth. It's a practical truth.
Okay. So nothing's an absolute truth, right?
Exactly.
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so then why are we even having a debate? There is no absolute
No.
truth to this debate.
But it's great to discover. It's very important to discover that there is no absolute truth. It's good to know that there is no absolute truth. Anyway, going back to your belief in God, I mean, honestly, what is the evidence to support your belief that there is a God? Let me ask you, when you say God, do you mean the God that created the universe?
I already told you I don't really want to debate.
Fine.
God.
Do you want to discuss something else? Let me look up some other topic.
Yeah, like if you have like propositions, I don't know, like it's more better if you like plan this ahead of time, right? Like whatever you want to propose, but like it's hard to just go through like, are you vegan?
Okay,
Do you
I got
believe
it.
in God?
I got it. Fine. Do you believe in COVID?
Oh my God, bro.
Do you
Okay,
believe
just come back when you have something prepared, bro.
Uh,
What up?
What in the solipsistic shit was that?
I don't know, man. That dude's weird already as it is.
Of course, there's absolute truth. That's
Wow, I didn't expect that. I don't think people need to debate you on YouTube, Mr. Slave. Maybe this was a bad idea. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe you should go back to Discord for your future videos.
Yeah, I mean, it's really not practical since I'm interested in debating, and these people, they're not interested in debating. I don't know what they're interested
Well,
in.
a lot of them are very defensive, like especially the ones that don't know you at all. You know, they're like, oh, who is this? Cam up, like, you know, like they're afraid that you're going to do something to their channel. So I really didn't anticipate that. I do feel bad.
I don't know if I feel bad. It's just it's really
frustrating.
It's more than frustrating. Like their fingers on the button, and you work so hard to enter their stream, and they're constantly waiting to end you. It's like, what's the point? I mean, like they're not even giving you a chance until finally this guy entertains maybe to have a debate. I present him topic after topic. I don't want this. I don't want that. I don't want that. Goodbye. Come back when you have a topic. Like, I have 65 topics. I sent him a link.
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah. It's like I guess most of these guys are just young. I guess
yeah. And honestly, he probably wasn't ready to debate you, and that's probably the reason why he kicked you, because he wasn't ready to talk to you about such deep topics.
I guess. Yeah. I did not expect such a crystal clear failure. I thought we have a little bit more of a chance.
I think that it would be better if you, I mean, it's not going to work for you, but if you're like me and you can cam up and, show your face.
What's the point? How would that make a difference?
It makes a difference in the perception of how you're viewed whenever you enter a stream.
I'll tell you what I prefer. I prefer to actually just do response videos. Like there's this vegan chick, Tash Peterson. She always undresses. Sometimes she undresses. I don't know. Lately she hasn't undressed. Sometimes she undresses to get attention in her vegan journey. So I actually made a response video to Vegan Gains forces his cat to be vegan. I made a very careful response video, and then I sent her an email, and nothing, no response, nothing. It's not like she has so many subscribers that she would have a reason to ignore. I mean, she always goes around debating people on the street, but when I'm offering her to debate her on her channel, then nothing.
Yeah.
But anyway, response videos. I made a response video to Thunderfoot. Do you know Thunderfoot?
I don't.
No way. Thunderfoot, he has 1 million viewers. He's like he's a doctor. He's a chemistry doctor. So I made a response video to this video, Our Legacy, Your Future Explained, which is about global warming. And then he made another video just today, Carbon Capture Busted. So I want to bust his busted video. Like he's really a smarty pants. So, but also him, I sent him an email and he ignored me. But fine. I mean, he has 1 million subscribers, which, I can understand why he would ignore me. But I think response videos are much more fun for me than anything else. Maybe I should do more of those.
Yeah.
I think that's how the vegan teacher, her breakthrough was when she did a response video to Chef Ramsay. Anyway, I think that's what I'm going to do with my life. I got to get back to work.
All right. So you're not going to stream anymore?
I mean, it's been 1 hour and 43 minutes.
No. I'm talking about in the future. You're just going to do videos?
I'm going to stream, but I think I stream Discord because debating is very productive for me to discover truth. It's very productive to have a discussion with someone and have them question, my position, and for me to question their position. And that's how I discover truth. It's just a practical way. So I think Discord is better. And then for content, I think, response videos to big channels like Thunderfoot. Vegan Gains blocked me, the great vegan. You know Vegan Gains?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I made a video about him blocking me. It's like these people, well, you're a vegan too. So anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it's okay. I think I'm gonna go now.
Okay. You have a good night, Mr. Slave. Have a good one.
All right, Karen. Thank you for joining. I hope to see you next time. Wait, there's a comment here. So get in touch with Ashley and get No, I don't talk to Ashley. And Modern Day Debates, they actually banned me from their server, from their Discord, because they don't allow streaming without consent, and it's basically I don't know. I don't know what to do with Modern Day Debates. Anyway, thank you for that, Mr. Ben Noach. Anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna quit at this point and get back to work. And hopefully see you maybe tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day and night. And bye-bye.